Hey everyone. Hey Jam. Hey Black Forest. So it is a Monday again, and I'm going to be doing some recording later. I'm trying to keep my recording schedule to Mondays so that I actually have habits and rules for myself to actually get work done, which is a big problem that I struggle with. Um, but for now, it's still kind of busy on the road, and parents are still awake and downstairs and making enough noise, but infrequently enough that I'm not sure I'd catch it if I was doing anything. So, hey Fallen. Hey JMax. Hey Hagnar. Hey Tim. I'm. Yeah, I felt like picking up my old New Vegas save. Which. I'm actually gonna have to hop into my current save real quick just to give that a hard save because I'm using quick saves on, or I was using quick saves primarily out of stalker habits. I have not tried New California. That's the big overhaul one that moves the whole game, right? I should give that a look. I'll turn on the sound and change over to okay, now it's not being weird. But yeah, I just want to change stuff on my current save now. My current save is basically just a mercenary, goes wherever the caps take. Um, but the character that I used to stream with, and there's still archives of my old streams lying around, um, was an NCR boy who, by using Jip, had Jip as a companions mod, Jip CC and C, I think, because it's companion commands and something, or maybe it's just C and C. Um, but it changes companions to work like they did in the old Fallout games. So instead of cool, where is here he is, Jim, level 22, model of selflessness. Yeah, we don't talk about 76. We don't talk about any Fallout game post New Vegas. Okay, sound on. Make sure that this is. Oh, I forgot how much shit I used to just pile into my old New Vegas scene in OBS. Okay, that should be. Just watch and make sure. God damn it, PJ. I'm just gonna take it off of this. Hey, PJ.
First of all, PC told me. Second of all, did you know that the Emperor was once advised by Malcador to make the Time Lords girls when they were being created?
What is the point of this lore? There is I what?
No, no, it was a joke in the 4th heresy, when the heresy opened up, Malkador was just like Dawn. I once advised the Emperor to make you all female, because sisters had these comments that have infighting. I hoped it would present something like this. If I do not know you to make jokes, Malkador. I'm not joking. The Emperor too thought I was joking.
I will pass this knowledge on to the stream, I guess.
TC told me you were streaming.
Yes, I figured TC told you. Alright. Have a good night, PJ. So apparently Malkador, during the Horus Heresy, claimed to have advised the Emperor to make all of the Primarchs women. I really do not... I'm not actually that close to the mic. I'm like a foot away. I just have my phone up loud, because I have hearing problems. Or I have actual hearing problems. It sucks. Okay. Let me try and remember what the fuck I was doing. Cool. I have Veronica, Cass, and Boone, the 3 best companions. Which vault is this? Oop. I don't remember. Vault 11. Okay. Why am I in Vault 11? There's something out in the Mojave. Broken solar array panels. Right, I was doing the... I had to find shit to repair this. Oh, this has no weight and it's worth money. I am not actually sure. No, Vault 22 is the plant one, I think. Yeah, Vault 22 is Plant Vault. Yes, the mod I'm running is GIP CC&C, so it has it changes companions to work like in the old Fallout games, where you can have the maximum companions you can bring with you is... Oh, I'm gonna turn my night vision off so I'm not wasting that. Is half of your charisma plus 1. So you can always have at least 1, and it counts animal and human companions together. So what is my charisma? Is Jim. My charisma is 7, so that would probably be... rounded down. So I can have up to 4 companions. I know there's an unlimited companions mod. This seems like a more balanced companions mod to me. Plus, if I tap C, it brings up this list. And I can bring up the command wheel like this from here. Middle click select, right click goes back. So if I want to open up Veronica, and if I want to walk up... oh no, that's asking her to use something. Hey Veronica... should be able to... Huh. That's weird. I remember being able to open the crafting menu like that. Higher carry weight. Let's see. I've got my 9, my 45, assault carbine. How much fucking ammo do I have for my assault carbine? What? GSH-18. Actually does the same amount of damage as this with just weighs less and has a smaller mag. Hunting revolver, right. Hunting shotgun, right. Liberator, okay. double checking all the shit that I've got. M37. Wow. Service rifle. I should probably sell that and buy an actual fucking gun. Thump Thump. I think I was using that as opposed to the... Right, and I've got my... Right, the Advanced Recon Ranger helmet, which gives me water breathing and night vision stuff. I'm trying to remember why I was down here. Yeah, this is this vault. Okay. I should go back to my old streams and double check why I was down here in the first place. Oh, that's why I was able to carry so much. I've been drinking. Shit. I need to drop 5 pounds or 6 pounds. Hey Boone, you want to be a pack mule? Boone, where'd you go?
Fine by me.
Of course it hasn't crashed. I'm using Yup, which is Yuga-Chai's unofficial patch, which is a very lovely... I have 11 pounds of 45 ammo on me for a semi-automatic handgun. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop... Holy fuck, where did I get all this ammo? Ah, why am I carrying 424... Oh god, no wonder I'm overloaded. Do I have 117 active plugins? I do not have that many. Right, I was down in this vault and I wanted to... I came down here for something and I wanted to get to the end of this vault. That's right. So I guess I'm just gonna keep exploring it and head out the other way. Because this is the dystopian murder politics vault where the overseer has to be killed. I should get a silencer for this. I just realized I'm actually cutting off their legs. Holy shit. Lunch boxes. I could make a caravan lunch if I wanted to, but those are more trouble than they're worth to make. Honestly. Here it is. Efficient batteries. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Hey, Tyr. Oh, I love being able to one-shot everything. And I love the reload animations. I have some redone texture and animations packs in, too, which just make a lot of this so much more satisfying. Had I really not gotten that by this point? Oh. Oh, that's all. Right. I feel like I probably went through this before and started heading back when I didn't have enough space in my inventory or something. That's probably why I was further up.
Got my eyes peeled.
I don't know.
Stay sharp.
Getting a little bit of lag. I am level 22. This is an old save, though. What the fuck are they doing? I think they're stuck on the window there. I mean, I don't really need my companions here. Oh. Maybe I do. I should play Hearts of Iron 4 with the Old World Blues mod. I could give it a shot. Who actually finishes a New Vegas playthrough? I do. I've finished one. I need to finish more. Because I actually very much enjoy New Vegas. I'm just gonna sit here so I don't have to go through that goddamn little animation there again. Line up my shot. No, how did I miss that? There we go. This guy is NCR. NCR all the way. When I originally created him, he was supposed to be kind of an ex-NCR grunt who'd taken up work as a courier. Motherfucker. It didn't even cross my mind that that had already been activated. I am fucking dumb as shit. Hey, Lightsail. Holy shit. I didn't even see that there. Electron charge packs, sure. Oh, Stealth Boy. I would like that. Missiles. Is there even a missile launcher around here? Oh. Oh, he's probably...
Fine by me.
I'm gonna drop any energy ammo and any ammo for guns that I'm not really using over to him. Electron charge packs. Small energy cells charge my night vision. We are nearing some of the lower levels now. What main faction would I support? Oh, NCR. Like, I don't trust House. I don't think I'm a good enough leader to go independent. I don't like the Legion. And while the NCR has its problems, it's the least horrible option. I guess one of the Mantises triggered that earlier. Right. Yeah, I was in... No, I remember why I came in here. I was looking for those spare parts. I feel like the difficulty is lower than it should be. No, I'm on very hard. That's weird. I want the pre-war money. Weightless and worth caps. Also, modded companions in New Vegas are less glitchy than companions in Skyrim. They're less glitchy than having multiple companions in a game that had to actually support multiple companions. Okay, there's a lot of radiation in there. I guess I'll pop a... No, I don't want a Rat Away. I wanted a Rat X. Do I not have any Rat X? Well, shit. At the very least, I have water breathing. Yeah, I guess. I do want that. No. Gotta be something worthwhile. Nothing at all? What's in here? More nothing. Are they stuck over here? Probably. Oh, motherfucker. Subverse Buzz? I haven't heard of it. Not a Bethesda server. This is New Vegas, not 76. What kind of fool do you think I am? That's scared of the new Elder Scrolls. Blades is just a shitty mobile game, and have they even announced 6? The death game. An enemy kill, take a shot. A trap kill, take 2 shots. If killed by a death claw, finish off your drink. Honestly, I am well armed and easing towards late game. Yeah. New Vegas Companions mod. Companions don't freak out and start killing each other if you accidentally hit one of your allies. Like, holy fuck, the quests in Skyrim where they give you where they give you another companion. If you already have a companion, make them wait outside or someone's dying. Overseer's terminal password. Prepared speech of Gus Olson, Ombudsman for the annual Overseer General Election. Good afternoon. Each year, it is the appointed task of the Ombudsman not only to officiate the election, but to chronicle it, in hopes that after the last Overseer has finished his term and walked to his death in the chamber beneath his surface, or beneath his office, that the vault has become still, that one day, some excavator from humanity, or perhaps some yet unknown race of super beings, might find our records and incorporate them into historical canon. But lately, it's occurred to me that that's not really why. I think the real reason we do it is because we want to believe that somewhere in the archives, there's an answer to all of this. Or perhaps there will be one when the historical records are completed and the whole story is told. We want it to make sense, to understand why the Vault's mainframe will kill us if we do not offer one of our own as a yearly sacrifice, to fully comprehend why we continue to have these elections. Whoa. Gunshot outside my window. Oh yeah, I know there's mods to fix stuff like that. It's one of those features that you shouldn't have to mod to fix. Fully comprehend why we continue to have these elections despite the unfettered corruption that has plagued it for what must be decades by now. There was a simpler time when elections meant shaking hands and kissing babies. But now, with the rise of the voting blocks and this infestation of bribery, drug trafficking, smuggling, and God knows what else, we want to know why. Well, I've been through the archives, and I can tell you won't find the answer there. You'll find an account of the first overseer, who entered the vault as the only citizen aware of the sacrifices that would have to take place. But he didn't have the answers either. If he did, surely he would have foreseen the citizens' anger when he broke the news. Surely he would have guessed that they would want to choose a sacrifice democratically, in the way that we citizens are accustomed to washing our hands of terrible deeds, and that his name would be at the top of the polls, and that the simultaneous vacancy of overseer and martyr would forever fuse the two positions here in Vault 11. But he didn't. He had the answers no more than any of us, and the records state that after the citizens discovered that the sacrificial chamber's password was his wife Betty's first name, and its door was unsealed so he could be offered as the first sacrifice, he walked down into that room crying like a child. I can only wonder if there are no answers to be found, and we are just going along with this because we don't see another choice. Nevertheless, I still hold on to hope that we can find one. I urge you all to take the journey I took, to remember that it wasn't so long ago that we were ruled by our civility and our dignity, and that those were times when we didn't have to be quite so ashamed. Thank you. I'm just going to take a quick look at the upper stuffs. Did they announce 6? Yeah, no, the only companion I liked in Skyrim was a non-marriageable follower, and it's one of those things that yeah, you can fix it. That seems weird. Yeah, it's another thing that, like, it seems weird if I have to mod the game specifically to marry the only companion with personality. No, Tim, I live in the boonies. There's gunshots out here all the time. People out hunting, most likely. Just a little louder than usual. Oh, I don't mind. My mind blank. My problem isn't that you can have friendly fire on followers. It's that the followers all immediately turn on each other if that happens. Do I happen to have a mods list? I don't on hand. I really should, and I used to keep telling myself that I would. But I can open it up. I use, let's see, Weapons of the New Millennia, which is how I have... I don't know if I have anything from it in this save. I do. I have the Ithaca, and I have the GSH. In my other save, I'm using a... honestly, the 45 pistol still winds up being better than most of my revolvers. The only revolver that probably beats it is the hunting revolver. That's just this again. Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, I don't think all of my companions who've been with me through who knows what, for who knows how long... I heard the beep and I just kept moving. All my companions who've been together with me for who knows how long, because of a missed attack, or because of one of my missed attacks, now need to kill each other. Take all of that. Don't need this, though. Ooh, I should drink that. I have Cass. I should drink more whiskey. I will take the gecko steak. I will swap stuff with Boone when I have finished looting and I'm not taking anything else. Yeah. Boone, buddy, where'd you go? There you are.
Fine by me.
Yeah, I will take Boone's Fine By Me over Lydia's I am sworn to carry your burdens any fucking day. Have my beer. And... I don't really use grenades. No, I should not give a companion grenades. Yeah, the only melee I really use is the Thermic Lance. I will pass over... see that, and... got a lot of ammo for my service rifle, but I don't really use it at this point. And like 10 Nuka-Colas. Cool. Now I just need to remember the way back up. No, genocide is never good. Like, holy fuck, I hate that. Like, I'm sure that you were joking. I hate that there are people who say that without who say stuff like that without joking. Like, I do not want to share a planet with those people. You say natural selection will get them, but it's just years of propaganda and like mixes of propaganda and, you know, people who just believe in having as many kids as they possibly can, even if they can't really support them, and then those kids being raised with the same bullshit ideologies as their shitty parents. Funnily enough, my character in an upcoming campaign is going to be a space furry. Our GM in our Stars Without Number game... Oh, did I not go in here this time? Our GM in our Stars Without Number game was rolling planets. And one of the things he rolled was a space station hovering above a dead planet. with I think it was a gene splicer colony? Overseer Order 745. Effective immediately, the traditional selection process for Overseer is hereby ended. In lieu of a yearly election, a citizen will be chosen 1 month prior to the start of his or her term, with our mainframe's random number generator ensuring complete impartiality and fairness. Okay. But, oh boy. But yeah, so it's...
Your fantastic journey is only just beginning. Please proceed to the light. The light is calming and puts your mind at ease. Go to the light.
This cannot be modified. What? I have mods on it. Did I forget to reinstall my... Let me see if I can open an MM. I've actually been having trouble with Nexus Mod Manager lately. The mod manager has been crashing when I open it. But luckily enough, I already have everything installed, so it's not a huge problem to open it through my... I just have regular... I'm going to want AP. Yeah, boy. I think I've got some plus P on this. Oh, I don't have nearly enough. Okay. I will just stick with a high damage weapon. I think this is AP by default. Yeah. But yeah, so basically our GM rolled for Stars Without Number.
Please sit in the chair. The show is about to begin.
Oh yeah, real quick I have to drop radio down to 0. And I should also take a swig of whiskey, because... Oh. And I guess a swig of water.
Greetings, martyr, and welcome. If you're here now, it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue to thrive. Currently, you may be feeling sad or angry. Perhaps you never got to have grandkids, or to enjoy the pleasures of a fresh cigar. But march with your chin held high, soldier, and remember that each of us has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others, it might mean they will drive a race car or fly a rocket ship. And some of us are meant to forfeit our lives.
Oh yeah, no, Fallout without the music is a lot more eerie. I usually don't listen to it much, but I'll listen to like... But I'll listen to it in like the background. But for copyright reasons, I can't have radio on, or... This is the worst fucking thing when you live in a vault.
These are just examples. Do you feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things? Good. What you are feeling is peace. You've led a great life. Living it has been its own reward. But it is only the beginning. Close your eyes now and imagine what joys await.
Did Veronica not make it in? Damn, my Punch Munchkin didn't make it. Thankfully, we are very armed. And I have AP ammo, so... if I disable... Actually, I'm more worried about this. Yep, I am reloading. Cass is not allowed to die. Cass is not allowed to die.
Congratulations, Martyr.
I don't want to go sitting through that again. It's such an obnoxious.
Proceed to the light.
So, like, how much? Yeah. This might actually be a good plan. To use the, Or actually, this increases spread, but increases damage, and it still has the AP values.
The light
And it's cheaper.
and puts your mind at ease.
Connection to the server timed out.
To the light.
There we go. Now I can see your chats again. Yes. Yeah, no, I have in fact just referred to Veronica as the lesbian Punch Munchkin before. She's great. She is the best.
Begin.
Come on, get in here, Veronica. Personally, I really like Boone. Veronica is, what?
Greetings, Martyr. Welcome. If you're
Okay, game glitched.
It means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue to thrive. Currently, you may be feeling sad
Oh?
or angry. Perhaps you never got to have grandkids. Or
Can I please...
pleasures of a fresh.
Game glitched.
Currently, you may be feeling sad or angry. Perhaps you never got to have grandkids. Or to enjoy the pleasures of a fresh cigar. But march with your chin held high, soldier. And remember that each of us has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal. But march with your chin held high, soldier.
What?
But march with your chin held
Oh
high,
my god.
soldier.
What the fuck?
That each of us has
Oh,
an
you have to be kidding me.
For some people,
Okay, at least there's a save here. How much damage does the hunting revolver? 51 damage. Huh.
the light is calming.
Two bears high-fiving.
At ease.
No, the problem there wasn't that I was clipping into it. It was that
Welcome.
it was disabling my move commands, and also disabling my ability to go third person or first person again. So it was locked trying to get into the chair.
If you're here now, it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue to thrive. Currently, you may be feeling sad or angry. Perhaps you never got to have grandkids or to enjoy the pleasures of a fresh cigar. But march with your chin held high, soldier, and remember that each of us has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others, it might mean they will drive a race car or fly a rocket ship. And some of us are meant to forfeit our lives for the good of the people. Sure, it might not be
Yeah.
as fun as driving a race car, but it's every
I have fewer problems with the amount of glitches in New Vegas. I've very rarely encountered a game-breaking one.
steady girl.
And New Vegas was made in, what, 18 months? Less?
Or when you snuck out after curfew to catch that new flick.
It was not given very long to be made.
It was too scary. Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you
'Cause...
love of your life? What a looker. These are just examples. Do you feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things? Good. What you are feeling is
I haven't done... I'm assuming that's from Dead Money. I haven't done Dead Money.
been its own reward. But it is only the beginning.
The only mod... Or not mod. The only DLC that I've done has been,
The afterlife
honest
Can
hearts.
you see them? Good.
Okay. Which one can I kill for? I can probably get rid of the Protectron pretty quick. There we go. No more Protectron. I'm gonna pop a sim. There we go. What? Okay.
But march with your chin held high, soldier.
Oh, you fucking bitch.
That each of us has an important role to
Okay. Cass?
Let's deal.
Take a couple of stims. I'll toss her 5 stim packs. Veronica?
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
I shall redistribute my wealth. Also take 5 stim packs. Why is Veronica carrying cigs? Why did I give Veronica cigarettes?
Fine by me.
And Boone. Have 5 stim packs, which leaves me with 4. But we should be good. Yeah, Boone and I are wearing the heaviest armor. We're both in combat armor. Veronica, I need to get her some actual armor, and same with Cass, honestly. I need to find a mod
light is calming.
that...
Puts your mind at ease.
Oh shit, I have the wrong weapons up. I need to find a mod that ups my... or that allows me to control what my companions are wielding.
Sit in the chair. The show is about to begin.
I'm gonna get copyright claimed so hard for this. Not like it matters. I don't make ad revenue anymore.
Greetings, martyr, and welcome. If you're here now, it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice.
Wiggly, vibrating purple plastic of death, a weapon that scares the living daylights out of all creatures. That sounds like Justice Hobos.
Perhaps you never got to have grandkids, or to enjoy the pleasures of
Cool,
a
everyone
fresh
made it in.
But march with your chin held high, soldier, and remember that each of us has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others, it might mean they will drive a race car.
Honestly, like, I have such a...
Some of us are meant to
Yeah, I'm gonna replace my quick save here.
good of the people.
I have such a problem with the weapons because I've tossed Cass so many much better guns than her shitty 20 gauge, or I've tossed her 20, or I tossed her a 12 gauge and some 12 gauge flechette rounds.
Time under the bleachers at the big game, or when you snuck out after curfew to catch
Veronica
that new
is
flick that your
should be
parents
fine.
let you see because it was too scary. Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you met the love of your life? What a looker. These are just examples. Do you feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things? Good. When
It
you are
really had nothing to do with Vox Jam.
led a great life,
That was a completely unrelated incident. YouTube is always demonetizing people constantly for all kinds of reasons.
you in the next life.
People are just trying to assume that it's...
See them?
People are just trying to go after what they see as being an easy target. Honestly, I can... I want that turret down. Oh, I need some stems. Okay. Oh. What? I didn't even get a warning that Veronica was about to die.
Sure, it might not be as fun as driving a race car, but
If it doesn't meet her preferences, she won't use it. That's not necessarily true. Like, I've also tossed...
think about that time
I've also tossed shit to,
the first time under the bleachers at the big game.
other...
You snuck out after curfew to catch that new flick that your parents wouldn't let you see because it was too scary. Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you met the love of your life? What a looker.
So this'll bump my damage threshold, and my strength, and
As you think of these
a
things,
few other things because of Cass.
what you are feeling is peace. You've led a great life. Living it has been its own reward. But it is only the beginning. Close your eyes now and imagine what joys await you.
Oh yeah, no. YouTube's goal is to make money. They haven't made money in their entire existence. God, this is the worst part because they can kind of shoot at us before we can shoot at them. Yep, I gotta watch everyone's health. Okay. Okay. Cool. Google as a whole is a fucking mess. They got caught recently. Apparently, they've been, apparently their, lyrics, their partner site for, providing song lyrics for things, like for, what's it? Just general song lyrics, has apparently just been copying and pasting the lyrics from geniuslyrics.com, who pay artists to send them the correct lyrics for certain things. Vault 11 mainframe. Override lockdown. Vault 11 solution and automated response. Yeah, I'm close to leveling up again. Yeah, YouTube is bad. YouTube is a mess because it has no competition. So even though it's not successful, Google gets to keep its monopoly on video services. That's one of the things I've liked about... there's a couple of blockchain-based sites showing up now. Oh, thank you everyone for reminding me to save. There's a couple of blockchain-based sites around. Like, what is it? D.Tube. They have other problems, but they are video hosting sites that aren't YouTube, and have at least some hope. Yeah, I don't know. I can hear someone revving his motorcycle like a mile down the road. He is going to pass my house at like 75 miles an hour. Yeah, actually, thank you for reminding me to hard save. Quick saving is my habit because of Stalker. where I have my autosave on every room entrance and my quick saves. And then I hard save if I'm shutting down the game. And that's that. Anyway, that's a recording, so I should be able to...
Alright, I know you can hear me, so listen up. There's 5 of us left. 5 out of I don't know how many. So, it's over. We've talked and it's over. We're not gonna... Congratulations.
Oh.
Alright, I know you can hear me, so listen up. There's 5 of us left. 5 out of I don't know how many. So, it's over. We've talked
No,
and
I don't
it's
want to
over.
use this anymore.
We're not gonna send anybody to die anymore. So shut off our water, our gases, or do whatever it is you're programmed to do. But we're done listening to you.
And then...
Congratulations, citizens of Vault 11. You have made the decision not to sacrifice one of your own. You can walk with your head held high, knowing that your commitment to human life is a shining example to us all. And to make that feeling of pride even sweeter, I have some exciting news. Despite what you were led to believe, the population of Vault 11 is not going to be exterminated for its disobedience. Instead, the mechanism to open the main vault door has now been enabled, and you can come and go at your leisure. But not so fast. Be sure to check with your overseer to find out if it's safe to leave. Here at Vault-Tec, your safety is our #1 priority.
Yup. Ah, Vault-Tec. Oh, I didn't mean to fire. Alright. Hey, Boone, mind carrying some Vault jumpsuits for me? Boone? God damn it. Yeah, so I tossed Boone a hunting revolver on this save, and he's using it.
Fine by me.
He's using it happily. Or is that a 40? Is that the 44? No, it's a hunting revolver. Okay. Do need to... Actually, I'm gonna drink a couple... Do I have any sunsets? No, so I'm gonna drink a couple of... That heals 50 each, so that's 100. That should be enough.
Fine
And
by
then
me.
I'm gonna drop. Oh, that wasn't enough. How much? I need to toss him 2 more.
Fine by me.
Boone's great. I know a lot of people shit on him for... Basically, people shit on him because they have decided that he is an edgelord. But honestly, I like him. He's a nice dude. He's trying his best. He's just had a hard run lately. No subtitles? That is actually a good point. I keep forgetting that this game has subtitles. Dialogue subtitles on. General subtitles on. I keep thinking, you know, I've got regular subtitles, but, you know. Almost every, like, important bit of dialogue has proper subtitles, so... I don't know. Either way, that is Vault 11 done. And now I can go turn in... I'm gonna head back to Nellis, I think I was doing? Pretty sure I was heading... I'm pretty sure I was working with Nellis. Now if I can... Okay, here's the way out. Yeah, basically, but people just people that is my opinion on it, Lighttail, but like a lot of people are like, oh, his wife is dead and he doesn't want to talk about that. Like, yeah. Yeah. Like, he's mopey and depressed. So what? Wouldn't you be? Alright, no. Where was I planning to head back to? Oh god, Nellis is all the way back up there. Okay. I guess we'll head to the 188. Because I'm playing this pretty much without fast traveling. Yeah. I'll head north to the 188. Yeah, tap on my night vision for a bit. Oh shit. Just what I needed. Let's kill some fascists. No. What? No. God damn it. I didn't, Yeah, no. I don't fast travel for a lot of reasons. There's some games where I do and some games where I don't, and this is one where I'm honestly pretty firmly against fast travel. Because... alright, let's... Right, boom. Oh, I keep forgetting to hit. Whoa. What? God damn it. Who threw a fucking grenade? Yeah, I don't fast travel because it gives you a better sense of the size of the world if you wander around. And also random encounters. There's a lot of random encounters in, there's a lot of random encounters in New Vegas. You don't get to see them if you fast travel. Good job. Oh, oh. One of them is still alive. Shit. Fucking hell! It's gotta be someone's final fucking resting place. I hate the Legion. I hate them so much. I'm adjusting how I sit a little, so I might sound a bit weird for a moment. Yeah, I'll just use the regulars because I've got more of them. My Legion bitches. Really? I hit one of those bursts? What? How the fuck did she... God fucking Christ. Yeah, the Legion are like if Obsidian had been able to flesh them out a little more, they could have had a point. But they were given 18 months to make the whole game. Holy fuck, they're all targeting me this time. And a sting. Okay. The weirdness with the health keeps fucking confusing me. And I keep forgetting to... The NCR Rangers are probably tougher to deal with, but honestly, Legion just has this habit of showing up at the worst possible moments for me. Like right here.
Can't run from me.
I'm gonna need some new lip.
I think I have a higher survival than I have. Let's see, that's 6. That's 50 and that's 36. So I actually heal more from Nuka-Cola than I heal from stim packs.
Can't run from me.
What the fuck? NCR are not evil. They're a little corrupt and their government's a little bit corrupt and it's pretty bureaucratic. That's not the same as evil. They are trying. Okay.
Can't run from me.
Oh, that. Cool. Made it that time. Oh, hey. And I leveled. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna save. Do I want to bump up guns or something else? Oh, I could get this up to 80 and then bump. I don't know. Yeah, bump guns by 1. And then that that should let me next level take hand loader, and I will get some plus P plus ammo, or plus P ammo. Plus P plus is the Russian 918 thing, but plus P ammo for the 45. Bump medicine? No, not what this guy's about. Right. I want to... Huh. I didn't realize. I think one of my mods allows me to do that.
Fine by me.
Right, Boone, you are taking my 10.
Gonna be hard covering you when I can't.
Oh, fair. Cass.
Let's distribute the weight.
Cool. And now we'll hit up the 188 before we head back north. Well, I want to loot the rest of these dudes. Cool. Anti-venom. Trail carbine. Fuck it. I'm just gonna drink some whiskey. Thank you, Boone, for the spotter perk. And I think this is the last one. Brush gun. I think these guys get like some bumps to stuff at higher levels. The pulse mine must have been what was killing what was killing Veronica. He was like dropping it at his feet as he died. This is why I don't give NPCs explosive. They will just suicide bomb. Yeah. Stop at the 188, sell some shit, then head on towards Nellis. What mod did I use? Did I say I used? Gypsy CNC, I think. There's some amount of C's. It might have just been CNC. It's like companions and commands. It changes companions to be half your charisma plus 1 for the max, which is how the old Fallout games did it.
Feeling thirsty?
You seem to be the thirsty one here. And not in that way. Let's see. Oh, we've got a fair amount of 545. I'll probably break that down, turn it into 556. I don't have any 545. Well, I have that one. No, I think that's an AK-7, or I think that's an AK-47, not an AK-74. I'm also going to get a mod that lets me craft plus P for the 9mm, because you can craft it for, like, every other fucking gun. Brush gun I might drop onto, Cass. I do actually have grenade skill. I should be using that more. I might sell the GSH. Definitely want to sell those. I'm surprised he accepts them. I don't think Mantis forelegs have any use. Mantis eggs, I know, are for a quest. God, I hate mines. Even when I use explosives, I don't use mines. Not taking drugs. The reason they're called stims is apparently because of, they had some legal trouble in Australia of the game getting refused classification because of stims. Okay. So let's swoop. Is there a Fallout tabletop RPG? I think there might be one. Even if there isn't, it's not too hard to convert it to one. Especially on the base of the older Fallout games, because Fallout was originally meant to use GURPS. But Steve Jackson wouldn't license it to them. Did I toss a, Yeah, he's got the hunting revolver. Did I toss him I did. Cool. I honestly expected him to use the brush gun. Let's try giving the brush gun to Cass.
Let's distribute the weight.
The brush gun uses 4570 government, which I do have. I'll give her 10 rounds. That should... I know it's not infinite, but just to see if she'll use it. Really? You won't use the fucking brush gun? Are you kidding me? Alright, well, I'll sell the 10.
Feeling thirsty?
Yeah, yeah, that was specifically the really old Fallouts. In 1, they had to change it. Like, originally, chems were just called drugs. But Australia said they weren't allowed to do that. Because Australia really doesn't like video games, apparently. What? It's showing damage instead of damage threshold. Alright. Either way. And I know there's that dude in Vegas who buys Volt jumpsuits. Arms merchant. There you are.
I've still got guns and ammo if you need them.
Didn't Australia, like, raid a fucking news outlet recently because they were scared of being exposed for some bullshit stuff they were doing? Ooh, I should actually... I could grab that for Boone. Probably won't. Got that. Right, let's start with weapons. Do I have any weapons that I can sell? Honestly, I will sell my trail carbine, because I don't really use lever actions on this character. Ammo. Anything I don't use? I do not use electron charge packs. I could convert them to small energy cells. I don't want to. I've got enough small energy cells. Cool. I would cut down on weight a little more, but no, like, I love Australia. I've got a couple of friends in Australia, and overall, it seems like it's doing a lot better in a lot of ways than America. But when it comes to video games, they will just censor shit a lot. And how the fuck the fucking Palmer's United party got into any form of power baffles me. And also the fact that the Australian, this is there's an Australian political party called the Liberal Party. The Australian Liberal Party is the anti-gay, anti-immigration party. And that is so weird to me. I thought that was Legion for a minute. That's a lot of... That is a lot of... I think that is like 2 trade caravans that merged together. And then, you know, the Palmer's United Party is another insane conservative party headed by Clive Palmer, who... The best way I've heard him described is like Australian Trump. He's the guy who started announcing a Titanic 2, and from what I heard, like, hired a bunch of people to work on it and set up a site, and that was like 5 years ago and nothing's come of it. And there's also something about he's also a fucking union buster, which I'm very pro-union, so no. And a wealthy businessman who has refused to pay his workers several $1 million in wages. Not in benefits, not in compensation for injuries. No, wages. He won't pay them. But he used to... Oh, fuck it. He was talking about... Basically, I think he basically got into office by, like... Or pretending to revive one of the old Australian political parties, the United Australia Party. And then, when he actually revived it, he changed its name to the Palmer's United Party, because he's a fucking narcissist. And then eventually changed it back to United Australia. And, like, I don't think he's, like, a majority or anything. I don't follow Australian politics too much, but I watch a couple of Australian YouTubers, and I kind of hear this stuff secondhand from them. So, I've looked up, like, bits and pieces of it, like, because I was really fucking curious about what the fuck the Palmer's United Party was, because that just sounded dumb. And it is dumb, but for different reasons. I can get away with smack-talking political shit because it's in a different country. Alright, there's the corpses of the people I stole my armor off of. This isn't combat armor I purchased. This is combat armor I stole from a dead Van Graff. The Van Graffs can suck it. British politics are funnier, but also horrifying. Like, I heard apparently, one of the things, because I know Trump went over there recently, and apparently one of the things that Trump wanted on the table in trade negotiations was privatizing the British national healthcare system and putting it in the hands of American healthcare corporations. Which... Oh boy. For the sake of Britain, I hope that doesn't happen. And it was one of those things that, like... I think it was like I think it was like the mayor of London or someone said that it would be on the table in the negotiations. So neither who is it, Theresa May, currently running Britain? Neither May nor Trump said anything overtly about it, but, like, other people in British politics who were in the area had brought it up. Or who were, like, in the area and in on the negotiations had brought it up. Despite, like, them trying to say that there was no way it was happening. So that is a little more worrying. Oh no, Trump is really bad. Trump is insanely bad. To one of his fucking memos, this was like last year, but one of his fucking official White House memos about some stuff that he was going to do included the words, "Some people were wrongfully given civil rights." Like, no. That's not how any of that works. He is... This isn't like people twisting his words out of context. This wasn't him trying to make a joke in really poor taste. This was him then going on to discuss how he planned to take away these people's rights. Vermin Supreme is so fucking baffling. Like, I want to like him as kind of a goofy... Yeah, no, he has openly supported Nazis, and, like, he is the reason people think that the alt-left is a thing, when it really isn't. But because in a press conference he decided to start accusing the the alt-left of stuff, people assumed that it was a real thing, so they started blaming shit on a group and trying to assign existing groups to this moniker because Trump told them to. Because it let him get off without saying Nazis are bad. Like... Oh, he is fucking evil. He is absolutely evil. Yeah, he will say anything he feels like, and it's not... But the thing being that, like... It's not just that he's a narcissist who can say anything that he feels like, it's that he can say anything he feels like, and his supporters will love that about him. They will immediately go, you know, right with whatever he said. Like, I have a coworker who is a Trump supporter, who, no matter what you tell her, she'll keep screaming about how we need a border wall. And it's like, and like I've pointed out to her statistics, like most people who are here illegally came here legally on work visas and have just overstayed their visas. A wall will not prevent people from getting in. Plus, a lot of people come in on planes. And you know what would actually solve this problem? Better legal immigration policies to, like, actually help people get in legally and documented. And I've pointed out that, like, even people who aren't here legally still pay taxes. The IRS has a program so that they can still pay their taxes, so that they aren't being hunted down by the IRS for that. Because the IRS doesn't care whether or not they're here legally or not. They just want people to keep up on their taxes, because otherwise that is our currency has value, because it's not about stopping drug trafficking, because that won't stop drug trafficking. It is, and I mean, like, and then he goes up to a microphone and screams about how much he hates Mexicans, and I'm like, no, like, legitimately, fucking, it's just really uncomfortable. I mean, I don't know, man. You gotta... I mean, like, Lighttail, you kind of need to, like, actually... I'm like, a lot of people will go, oh, it's too confusing. Oh, I don't know where to start. I'm like, that's... Yeah. The solution to that is... The solution to that is taking a little time to work out what's going on. And, like, take a look at how, a lot of, like, pretty much every person in any field that he starts talking about immediately goes, he has no idea what he's talking about, and everything he's doing will hurt us. Like, when he went to Japan and he started talking about how much he liked Kim Jong-un. And it's like, don't say that. Don't, like... First of all, don't say that. And second of all, don't say that in a country that is actually... that could actually immediately be under threat. If North Korea gets a short-range missile working. He has no points in deception, because he is very honest about what everything is, about what he's doing. He is very open that he's a shitty, horrible person who just gets by on threats, and he thinks that's great. And so do his supporters. It's not that his supporters don't realize what a shitty, awful person he is. It's that they love it. Oh god, the Mueller report. Like... that whole thing is such a... that is a mess. It is not something I want to get into. Yeah. And it's... like, whoever the president is the face of America. And another big thing being, like, they've also said, like, the report not resulting in an indictment doesn't mean that he hasn't done anything. It's just because the Justice Department does not believe in indicting a sitting president.
Need something? Well, how about that? Turns out you aren't completely useless working with your hands. No. Well, if you genuinely care so much, they're flight simulators. If you don't know our history yet,
Cool. And I think I've got some more stuff here in Nellis. Yeah.
So you're the outsider. Lived your whole life out there, huh? Oh.
Yeah, let's talk about something less depressing.
Spoke a different language, but I hear you sound like us.
Yeah, I'm looking for ways to help out.
Some scrap metal. That must be nice, sharing yourself like that. Oh, you can't miss her. She has short red hair and she's the most beautiful woman who ever lived. You really talk? Oh, jeez. I better just let you handle it.
I have this habit of skipping these. I'm sorry.
Make my stomach queasy like this. That would be amazing. As in, I would thank you forever.
What about AGP? Not sure where it is at the moment.
Have you seen her? Like I said,
Okay, so I don't have any scrap metal on me. Yeah, so start picking up scrap. I should have been picking up scrap over there in the vault. Ah, well. I'll snag some. Cool. Who else needs... Alright. So... Got the museum, the medical station, and whatever's out over there. Let's hit up the museum first. Yep. Yeah, no, gerrymandering is fucked. There, we are starting to see a couple of states get hit for gerrymandering, but... And the Electoral College as a whole should seriously be abolished. It's a bad dated system designed to not work.
You're back. When you...
Oh, right, I think it glitched.
Gosh, there's a lot.
Sure.
Wonderful.
I feel like he had a skill check or something that I didn't pass.
Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the overseer wouldn't let us explode anything. Not even a handgun.
Yeah, Cyberpunk looks neat. We are in a boring dystopia right now, though.
We left and wandered the waste.
Replace the Electoral College with direct popular vote, because it only affects who's the... It only affects who is president. It doesn't affect representation or anything.
We lost one of our own. We needed a new home. We needed Nellis. Here we have prospered and multiplied. Here our mighty guns destroy any savages who might try to
But-
harm us before they can even reach our gates.
But the thing being, like,
Well, but not saying you want to harm us or you're a savage, but anyways, Nellis has revealed many
but like, for the Electoral College, all the Electoral College does is determine the president.
taught us where to find them.
And that is supposed to be a representation of the people. Like,
And that is our story so far. For this last image is our future. To restore to fly the open skies and
basically just allow a popular vote for the president, for the person who's supposed to represent the country.
I'm pleased that you listened to the entire story. Perhaps there are details you'd like to know more about. Let me know.
I mean,
Hello.
it already is a popularity contest.
Born outsiders and
That's-
technology over them.
Now that you know the story of our... So you know about the vaults? Yes, we lived in one of those. Ours was numbered 34. In our vault, everyone had guns. But the overseer wouldn't let you fire off any of the really fun ones. I guess all the little pops and bangs at the firing ranges just got boring after a while.
Any detonation with a yield of less than half a ton of TNT is boring.
Exactly. We haven't detonated any atomic warheads since before I was born. But besides that, it's a heck with nitpicky restrictions. Anything else you want to know? Several automatic warheads detonate here.
Automatic?
100 years ago,
Atomic.
making the base highly radioactive. The savages of the waste, ignoramuses, all avoided Nellis by habit. That's right. Our Geiger counter indicates that the base was radioactive, but not dangerously so. Enough time has passed. Anything else you want to know? Nellis is a completely self-sufficient community. We draw water from Lake Mead, solar arrays provide power, and we grow our own crops. Indeed we do. Very impressive. Anything else you want to know?
What are howitzers doing in Air Force Base?
You're right. They weren't here when we discovered Nellis. We found the guns at a huge weapon depot called Area 2, many miles from here. It took many weeks to drag the guns and their ammunition back to Nellis.
Fallout is fun with Int 1.
It was the last time any of us set foot beyond our homeland. Thank you so much. I'll be sure to pass that on. Anything else you want to know?
God damn it, Caboose is messaging me about it being Monday. I did not forget. I am just playing Fallout. It is not Tuesday for me. There is another hour for it to be Monday for me.
Heard that one before.
Once we restore power, we learned that some elaborate chairs we've been sleeping in were actually virtual reality simulators. We believe they were used to train combat pilots. We used them extensively. I alone have shot down over 500 Chinese Zion 85 fighters.
There are so many weird cuts in his audio.
There's no way you can be allowed to use the sim. That's beautiful. Yes, it's exactly like that. So free, so... words can't do it justice.
Yeah, I have a mechanical keyboard. It's just using MX Browns, but it's still clicky and I like it.
A map even. It seems that a bomber, apparently the 29th of its kind, crashed in Lake Mead on July 21st, 1948. Just imagine, that's over 300.
No, I don't mean the way he pronounces things. There are bits where you can tell it's two takes of a line cut together. Mechanical just feels better to type on. I do a lot of typing, so.
Yes. In fact, that's exactly what Loyal has planned to do.
And now my friend is telling me about spaghetti. Why is she just messaging me about spaghetti? I thought I had streamers mode on. We do not eat mechanical keyboards. Cool. I highly doubt she would be wearing spaghetti straps. Spaghetti is indeed tasty. Where is she? Oh, there she is. I mistook her for one of my companions.
Trust of my people, child. I believe the time has come for you to show your value in full. The people. Find Loyal and ask him about our people's fondest dream. He will tell you what to do next.
Yeah. So I cleared out a vault, and I started exploring. I started finishing up Nellis, so I'll probably get the Nellis at the next quest, and then swap over into my server for the live reading stuff. I should probably plug this. So if you're in my Patreon and you have Discord, you should be able to get a Patreon role that will allow you to join my live readings channel in my Discord server. So whenever I'm recording, I hop into that, and people are allowed to just listen in while I work.
Hey, Earl sent word saying it's all right to tell you about the lady in the water.
Tonight, I'm probably going to be reading more Stranded in Fantasy, Gargan Moonslicer, and a couple of other things. Alex, I'm going NCR.
A long time ago, long before the war that killed just about everything that ever lived, a bomber crashed not far from here. A bomber was a flying contraption that could drop explosives down on anything it flew over. But anyway, moving on. This bomber crashed down...
I have not just started the game. I am in Nellis.
When we got to Nellis...
I have older streams of this save.
There was another B-29 around there, part of a museum. Couldn't fly, but had a lot of spare parts, see? Get where I'm going? Since I was a young man...
Stranded in Fantasy is 364 entries of short stuff. But the thing being, it's 364 entries total, but the parts that they're separated into, because they are separated into parts, are like a couple hundred entries. Or like the first one is entries 1 through 110, and then the second one is like 50 entries. And so it's like, if I did do it all, as like larger videos in the 5 parts it was released in, that would be really long. So what I'm doing is I'm recording them in each entry. The really short ones, like I think it's entry 14 or 15. No, it's entry 18. Entry 18 is a really short one. So I have another video coming out the same day that's a few minutes long, so that it's not just a single... Why not break it up into 10 entry chunks? Because that's not how it was released. I'm very focused on keeping the spirit of how a thing was released, and trying to keep it to roughly the chunks that a thing was written into.
It's at the bottom of Lake Mead.
I do have Thief 2. I have Thief Gold and Thief 2 and 3 and the 4th. I've played a good chunk of 1. I have not touched 2 because I want to beat 1 first, but I always seem to kind of give up a little bit in. I should give it another go. It is one of my favorite games. Yeah, I hear parents getting ready for bed. So yeah, I should be able to start recording soon. 2 is better than 1, but 1 is still really good and has some of my favorite lines and levels.
Simple. Attach deployable ballast to the plane and float it on up. Here is a remote detonator. Once the ballast is attached to the plane, just hit the detonator from the shore and let buoyancy handle the rest. Maybe you don't understand. You come along with your knowledge of the outside.
Alright, yeah, I'm game.
Good. Here's the deployable ballast. Go find the plane. Might try holding your breath.
I'll talk to Jack about the rebreather, and other things to tend to... Yeah.
I just need some parts from a pressure cooker to create a hermetic...
I'm probably just going to do this without it, because I have a water-breathing helmet already. I haven't played Deadly Shadows. I've heard a lot of people say that it's the worst of the original 3, but not necessarily bad. I think there's pressure cooker parts just in Nellis. I want to say there's some over by the, I want to say there was some in here. But honestly, Garrett very much molded a lot of my a lot of my character preferences for a while, for making characters for things, with just the whole idea of or one line in particular, which, what was it? I want to say it was from the mission The Guild, where Garrett has to infiltrate the what is it, the Downwind Thieves Guild or something. I know it's a Thieves Guild, and I want to say it's Down something. But he has to infiltrate this Thieves Guild, and oh wait, he's not doing that quest anymore. He has to infiltrate that Thieves Guild and steal some stuff that they stole before him. So he makes a comment about, it's like, this isn't something I'd normally do, but rent is due, and my landlady is worse than the Hammers. And just the whole idea of this character, who's he isn't motivated by some greater purpose. He doesn't care about making it rich. He just wants to make rent next month. Like, he really doesn't care, aside from not losing his home. Yes, I have plenty of mods. I have Weapons of the New Millennia, I have Weapon Mods Expanded, although it seems to be glitched out and fucking with some of my guns. I have Gypsy CNC. Or maybe it's just Gypsy CNC, I can never remember. I have... That's a box over there. I have Caliber X, so there's more different calibers of ammunition. I have Yugachai's unofficial patch. I should really have a mods list, but I didn't think to make one. Damn it, I was really hoping there'd be pressure cooker parts in here, just because it gives me more experience if I can make that. I don't know. Most of what I've heard about California is pretty good. It is not bad that a minimum wage is going up. Minimum wage is meant to be equal to the minimum livable wage. Like the minimum wage that a person can actually live off of at full time. It is supposed to rise with the cost of living. And the cost of living, as we've seen in every other fucking state, goes up whether or not you change the minimum wage. Like, I've heard people yell about that before, but it's really just... like, costs will go up anyway. Like, we've seen the cost of gas is constantly rising, the cost of food is constantly rising. Bringing it up too much, that's a weird way to put it. But, like, I'm in Pennsylvania. Livable wage statewide is estimated at about $15 an hour. Our minimum wage is the federal of $7.25. And in most areas, the most you can hope to make is, the most a lot of people can hope to make is around 10, if they don't have training or a degree, which, you know, you have to pay for. But to pay for it, you have to get a job. But to get a job that pays you enough to live off of, you have to have a degree. Exactly, Alexander. It's like it's been shown enough times that most like the richest people in the country have so much wealth that they are not able to spend it. Like they don't know what to do with it. They still want more because it's like a scoring game at this point, I guess. Yeah, Pennsylvania uses the federal minimum. And because... So Pennsylvania is frequently... Have I gotten my cash back from him? Yep. But because Pennsylvania is... It's referred to as Philadelphia and Pittsburgh with Kentucky in between. Both politically and kind of the general environment because they're both Appalachian states.
I hear someone went crazy in the casinos on the strip. Shot the place up or something.
But I wonder if I can get... Honestly, minimum wage should always be the minimum amount to survive on a 40-hour work week. Pennsylvania is also really shitty in that once you're 18, you are no longer protected from, or you are no longer protected from like, a lot of shit. You no longer have to, like, your employer no longer has to give you breaks once you're 18. And you can actually be fired for not working overtime. Like, if you're asked to work overtime, they are, like, it is written in law that your employer can require overtime if they feel like it. And there is no limit on that. Yeah, you make time and a half if you work overtime, but yeah. Yeah, like, most workplaces will give you breaks, but I have a friend who's working in a movie theater right now. One of the bigger movie theater chains, no breaks. She's a part-timer, 8-hour, and they give her 8-hour shifts and no breaks. They have no limit on how much they can ask you to work. They can ask you to work for an entire week and not give you any time off, and there's nothing illegal about that. Like, fair. You probably don't want to be working at a shithole like that, or at a shithole that will do something like that. But also, they shouldn't be allowed to do that in the first place. No, unions are always good. Most of the examples people bring up about bad unions are cherry-picked examples handed out by corporations. And, you know, because people will just believe a lot of what's put in front of them if it's presented correctly. They just go with that. Because, like, people will believe Amazon's union busting video. Like, someone at Amazon took out their phone and recorded their anti-union Amazon training video, which has things like watch out for union language that may signify that they're pro-union, like living wage. My union experiences are really good. I'm with the UFCW here in Pennsylvania. And I get paid vacations. I get breaks. I get like fairly reasonable hours. I get paid a pretty good amount, and and now with our new contract, which I went to the meeting for, I am active in this union. After employees who stick around for 4 years have the incentive to, because we get bumped up to the company's wage ceiling of $12 an hour. And the union provides, if you work 20 hours or more on average a week, they just included in your union dues are very good healthcare benefits. Like better healthcare coverage than a lot of the, or than like most of the Affordable Care Act packages. Yeah, 12 an hour, the maximum for the country. Or, not country, company. Because I work at a grocery store. And we start at 9. Because, we start at 9. It used to be 8. The union convinced them to start people at 8. And then, because the union convinced a store to bump up its minimum wage, and the other stores were losing workers, other stores had to bump up their company minimums to match. So now, because the union is there creating actual incentives for the stores to compete with each other in this field, the company minimum is 9. And then the company maximum is 12. Yeah, welcome to Pennsylvania. And like this is not a super strong union. This is a union that's fairly weak, but does whatever it can to help the workers that it represents. Stores have been lagging for me lately. I don't really know why. But yeah, a lot of the reasons that unions haven't been doing a lot and have this reputation of not doing a lot is kind of because of the anti-union sentiment that's worked very hard on that has worked very hard to strip unions of any power that they had. Like for the longest time, unions were not allowed to lobby. Like it was deemed that unions weren't allowed to use their union dues to lobby. Like corporations were given the right to lobby, and then corporations lobbied to make unions not allowed to lobby. But now, recently, within the last couple of years, there was a big court case that finally got unions the legal right to lobby again by the same laws that gave corporations the right to lobby. I've been thinking about being a mailman, but there's a big problem with being able to fit that in with my class schedule. I also need to learn to drive stick. I was gonna learn to drive stick, but then my dad's car got crushed. Oh, I will take the cases for free. Kind of armor am I running now? Regular combat armor. Yeah. I can use some stuff to... Cool. So... So my dad's car got crushed because last February, not this past February, but February 2018, there was a really big snowstorm in the area that just kind of kept going. And, my dad came home, parked his car out in the driveway. My mom comes home a little after that, parks her car next to his, so it's my car all the way furthest back, then my mom's, then my dad's. And at the time, my dad was driving this, it was, I think, a 2004 Saturn Vue. It was an older Saturn Vue with the engine that they used in the L-Series cars, manual transmission. Only manual we owned after my mom's Forester went. But... but his car, so his car was bigger than ours. His was like a largish SUV. Not like a really big SUV, but largish, despite being, fairly lightweight because Saturns were like mostly plastic body parts. And so my mom gets home with pizza and groceries, and my dad goes out to help her. And they pack everything up and they start bringing it back into the house. And they're talking. And I come downstairs from my room because it was, snowing. I wasn't going to work that day. This was the day that it took me... 3 hours. No, more than 3 hours. I left school at about noonish. And I got home at around 4 or 5, I think, because of the snow. It's a 45-minute drive normally. But anyway, so I come downstairs. I'd called into work and told them I don't know if I'm even going to be home with this snow in time for me to make it out to work. And so I head downstairs because both my parents just got home and we've got pizza. And I look out the window. And I see the tree that was right next to where we park our cars has fallen across the hood of my dad's car. And his car is holding it just high enough to keep it from crushing mine or my mom's cars. Like, it was low enough that it dented my mom's hood, and there were branches hanging on the hood of my car. And I look out and I say, when did that fall? Neither of my parents knew what I was talking about. My dad looks behind and sees the tree out there on the hood of his Saturn. I miss that car. I loved that car. Such a good car. Wait, I don't want the pistol primer. Pistol powder. I don't think I've ever seen the light machine gun before. 23 damage. That's actually pretty good. Marksman's Carbine is also good. Go with the LMG. Actually, yeah, I will accept that. Much better. Yeah, car was completely totaled. It crushed the engine block. It fell right on the hood.
Hello, potential customer.
That was like a year ago. He's driving like I think it's a Ford Escape now. I'm not a big fan of the new car. It's okay, but I went so many places with my dad in that Saturn. I mean, I drive a Saturn, actually. I drive an S-Series sedan. Last year they made them, 2000. Or no, I think they made them for 2001 as well. Fallout actually does have working cars for Elemental. The first and second Fallout game have a truck that you can repair. I'm just going to pause this. No, crushed by a tree. He is not a godsend economically. He's good for corporations. He's not good for citizens. And no, the right has gotten a lot more hardline conservative and openly racist. Either way, I'm gonna end this for now. People are in bed in my house. Things have quieted down. I'm just gonna turn my fan on for a bit, cool down my room, get myself a glass of water, and go into Discord and start recording for a bit. If you're a supporter, I'll be there in the live readings chat in a bit. But yeah. Oh yeah, one last fun fact. A lot of companies in the US get really big tax returns, like tax returns in the millions, while avoiding paying any taxes themselves. Activision is on that list. A couple of games companies are on that list. That's... yeah. We've been going on politics for a bit, Gear Jerk. What is it, Tim? I should do a hard save before I go. Alright. Well, I will see everyone later. I'll see my supporters in the live readings channel. Bye, guys.